without giving too much away, there's the events of Captain America: Winter Soldier will have repercussions in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and perhaps a lot of Marvel.
Absolutely.
So, how does that decision process work? Did you make the call, or was that something that came from Joss Whedon, or was that something that came from Marvel?
Came from Kevin Feige, who runs Marvel, who's sort of what we call the auteur producer behind the entire universe. And for him, he wanted, he said, listen, we've made 8 films. It's time to shake it up a little bit. So when we came on board with the project, there was an excellent script written. We did a lot of work with the writers, Marcus and McFeely, but that was one of the main concepts that stayed from start to finish.
And so, where next for Captain America? What's his next move?
Well, you can see at the end of this movie that there's not a resolution between the relationship between him and Winter Soldier. So clearly that's open-ended. And for us, we always said this movie felt like a two-parter to us. So we're happy to have the opportunity to come back and do Cap 3 and sort of complete the cycle of these 2 films.
Now, there's 2 end credit sequences that happen in the movie. Now, I hear you didn't direct one of them. Is that correct?
Correct.
One of them is a specific preview for the Avengers. So it was done by Joss. And it includes characters that are going to be in the next Avengers.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
And so for the uninitiated who may come to this movie, I mean, is there a worry that the end credit sequences like that could be a bit confusing? Do you have to consider that?
Well, it's separated from the body of the movie pretty significantly. I mean, you stay through our main title sequence, and then the scene comes up. So I don't feel like it. People are going to confuse it with the
body of work or the narrative.
I imagine the vast majority of the audiences won't even see it, to tell you the truth, because I think most people leave before.
And Marvel, Marvel's so ubiquitous at this point that I don't know is there anybody left who doesn't know about the end tags in Marvel movies?
I mean, they're really there for the fans, and the fans will sit there through the credits to see them.
And the very last one, that sort of hints at sort of the Winter Soldier's going to return as well.
Yeah.
And I hear that Sebastian Stan signed up for 9 movies. Now, he wouldn't confirm that. Have you heard any more about Sebastian Stan coming back or an expanded role?
Well, listen, what we can tell you about Cap 3 is that, that clearly the story isn't finished. And there's more to be done with the Winter Soldier, who's a fascinating character.
Do you think we're going to see him turn to the good side, or...?
Listen, and we'll point to the comics and say, when you look at the books, he certainly goes on a very interesting journey. And we'll leave it at that.